And all of this should be on the website too. I think Annie's been trying to keep everything updated for me. And also, we're having a memorial ribbon remembrance for Christmas, which will be the 10th of December, and that will also be, the deadline for that will be about the middle of November. $2 per ribbon, or six. Did we do it 6 for $10? Sorry, I don't have the flyer with me. Or 6 for $10, and we'll have the forms and everything at the town hall. I'll have them, and we'll have that information posted on the website. And all of the money collected for that will go to the Neighbors Eager to Serve, which benefits the Western Side families. And also with that, we're adding a dinner that evening that the Indian Head United Methodist Church folks is going to provide with us. And that's it in a nutshell. I didn't go through the December stuff, but we have enough to do in September, October, and November. Any questions? Thank you.
Next, we have the community policing report from Officer Riffle.
Good evening, everybody. As we all know, school has started back up. I think we got off to a pretty good start down here in town of Indian Head. I want to go over some friendly reminders from the Sheriff's Office to the citizens here in town of Indian Head when you're traveling on the highways during school times. For speeding, for posted speed limits, Indian Head Highway in the area of McWilliams and Prospect Street near the base gate is 30 miles per hour. This designated school zone, when the lights are flashing, be reminded that the fine's double. So your normal speeding ticket, if you were doing 10 over, is now like you did 20 over. The fines and the points double. Okay. The stopping and standing and parking. Vehicles cannot stop, stand, or park where prohibited by posted official signs. In accordance with the Maryland Transportation Article 21-1003J, the fine is $60. All right. Stopping and standing and parking in these marked areas cause extreme danger for students and pedestrians and emergency vehicles that are trying to access the school and the areas around it. If you're blocking traffic, small kids, if they go in between cars, if you're parked in the wrong spot, someone's not going to see them. It's extremely dangerous. If the signs are there for a reason, it might save you a few minutes, but it's not going to be worth someone's life or the ticket as well. Pedestrian crosswalks. Vehicles must come to a complete stop to allow pedestrians to cross in the marked crosswalks. Violations of this is $80 and 1 point on your license if it doesn't contribute to an accident. If you cause an accident because of this, it's a must appear. In other words, you have to go to court in front of a judge to explain yourself. And at that point, if you don't comply with that, it becomes a criminal matter. Okay. With school buses, this is the big one. This is the Sheriff's Office takes very seriously. We even actually spend some of our grant money in traffic safety to have officers out to monitor school buses throughout the school year to monitor this problem. And it's fair to stop for a school vehicle while alternating red flashing lights. The fine for this is $570 and 3 points on your license. Okay. Fair to remain stopped. In other words, if you come up to a school bus that has the lights flashing, the red lights, you stop and then continue to go, it's still $570 and 2 points on your license. Like I said, the Sheriff's Office takes this one very seriously. We spend grant money and traffic safety to come out and monitor the school buses throughout the year and make sure we catch people that are doing this. It's extremely dangerous, and it's not worth a child's life. That's all I have for the back to school reminders. On another note, in the town, the last month or so, I think we've had 2 B&Es within the town limits. I just want to let everybody know that's an ongoing investigation, but a suspect has been developed in those cases. The Sheriff's Office is tying up the loose ends, and hopefully we'll have that subject charged in the near future and close those cases out. If anyone has any further questions that relate to you personally, I'll be available after the meeting to answer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's the ones we're referring to. Yep. Does anyone else have any questions? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is briefings. which we have none. After that comes presentations, recognitions, resolutions, and ordinances. We have a presentation this evening to Margie Posey. We'd like to make a presentation this evening to recognize Margie Posey for her years of service on town council and many, many years of service on various committees and groups, ad hoc committees that serve the citizens of the town of Indian Head. Margie was first elected to town council in 1991. She was lost an election in 2011. Served a number of terms between 91 and 2011. There was a couple of terms in there where she wasn't on council, but she continued to serve on the Community Activities Committee and various other ad hoc committees that came along. So Margie has been a long time servant to the citizens of the town of Indian Head, and we greatly appreciate all of the service that she has done. She has continuously tried to keep a focus on the impacts to our citizens. Sometimes we get too wrapped up in ordinances and resolutions, but Margie always brought us back to what's the impact to our citizens, or here's an impact that we're not considering. So we'd like to recognize Margie for that, keeping us on the straight and narrow, so to speak. And for that, I have a plaque that we want to present to Margie. It says, with heartfelt appreciation, the town of Indian Head, mayor, council, staff, and citizens hereby recognizes Margie A. Posey for her years of service on council, 1991 to 2011, presented September 6, 2011. Thank you, Margie, for all your service.
And I've enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm not going anywhere, and my eyes and ears are still open.
Well, Margie, I found one of your election signs down in Riverside Run last week, as a matter of fact. Put it down at the public workshop if you want to get it.
Next is resolution number 09-01-11, a resolution supporting participation in the Sustainable Maryland Certified Municipal Certification Program. It's on the agenda tonight for introduction and adoption. Waldo, will you read the resolution, please?
Resolution number 09-01-11, introduced by Mayor and Council. Date introduced September 6, 2011. Date of adoption September 6, 2011. Effective September 6, 2011. A resolution supporting participation in the Sustainable Maryland Certified Municipal Certification Program. Whereas a sustainable community means meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Whereas a sustainable community seeks to optimize quality of life for its residents by ensuring that its environmental, economic, and social objectives are mutually supportive, and whereas the town of Indian Head strives to save tax dollars, assure clean land, air, and water, improve working and living environments as steps to building a sustainable community that will thrive well into the new century. And whereas the town of Indian Head hereby acknowledges that the residents of the town of Indian Head desire a stable, sustainable future for themselves and future generations. And whereas the town of Indian Head wishes to support a model of government which benefits our residents now and far into the future by exploring and adopting sustainable, economically sound local government practices. And whereas by endorsing A sustainable path, the town of Indian Head is pledging to educate itself and community members further about sustainable activities and to develop initiatives supporting sustainable local government practices. And whereas as elected representatives of town of the Indian Head, we have a significant responsibility to provide leadership which will seek community-based sustainable solutions to strengthen our community. Now therefore be it resolved that to focus attention and effort within the town of Indian Head on matters of sustainability, the town council wishes to pursue local initiatives and actions that will lead to sustainable Maryland certified municipal certification. Be it further resolved by the town council of the town of Indian Head that we do hereby authorize the town manager, Ryan Hicks, to serve as the town of Indian Head's agent for the Sustainable Maryland Certified Municipal Certification process and authorize him to complete the municipal registration on behalf of the town of Indian Head. The mission statement: the Indian Head Green Team will provide guidance, recommendations, analysis, and support to the community that sustainability, economic development, environmental protection, preserve our small town feel, encourage civic participation, and protect our natural resources so that the community can grow in environmental, economic, and socially healthy ways. Our vision statement: the team strives to improve overall community welfare and quality of life by reducing our negative impact on the environment and encouraging sustainable practices at all levels of society so that the town of Indian Head will be able to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future Indian Head residents from meeting their own needs and improving quality of life. Be it further resolved that all resolutions or parts of resolutions in conflict herewith, be and the same, are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall be in full force and effective on the 6th day of September, 2011.
Thank you, Imelda. Is there a motion to adopt this resolution?
I make a motion for the resolution supporting participation and the Sustainable Maryland Certified Municipal Certification Program.
Second.
We've had a couple of introductions or brief discussions of the Maryland Sustainable Maryland Certification Program at our earlier meetings. As you can glean from the resolution, the Sustainable Maryland Program is a program where municipalities can become certified as sustainable Maryland communities. And to do that, you do that by considering a number of actions that will lead to improvements in internal processes or to improvements in citizens' activities or citizens' quality of life. We've established a green team, which will be submitted to the state of Maryland for approval, and then the green team will start meeting to consider actions which actions to take and develop a plan for pursuing certification in this program. Are there any other comments or remarks about the resolution?
I just want to add, there is a meeting this month. I'm trying to search for it now. I'll get back with you on this. But we're always, for this to survive, it takes participation. And right now we had initially 20. At the last meeting we had about 8 or 9 of us. And, we really want to get this off the board. So we encourage anybody that has some time, to put off and dedicate, 1 day a month for a meeting. It lasts about a half hour to an hour. And then, may take on a project that will only be the betterment of the, and the meeting is September the 12th at 6 o'clock. here in the pavilion. Thank you.
Are there any questions from the audience? Seeing none, then we'll call a vote. All those in favor of adopting this resolution signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is hereby adopted and will become effective today. Next on the agenda, we have an ordinance number 09-01-11, an ordinance concerning a new ethics ordinance for the town of Indian Head to comply with the requirements of Maryland law. Maryland, in the last General Assembly session, passed a law requiring all elected officials in the state, in the county, and municipalities to be subject to a new ethics ordinance. And they passed a law that requires all municipalities and counties to adopt an ethics ordinance. Substantially the same as the state ethics ordinance. So that's what this new ordinance is all about. It's about 14 or 15 pages long, so get in a comfortable chair and bear with us. No, we're not going to put you through 14 or 15 pages of reading.
It's actually 39 pages.
39?
But it'll be posted on the website, so if anybody wants to take a look at it. Ordinance number 09-01-11, introduced by Mayor and Council, date introduced September 6, 2011. An ordinance concerning the new ethics ordinance for the purpose of enacting a new ethics ordinance for the town of Indian Head to comply with requirements of Maryland law, to provide for the applicability of the provisions of the ordinance, to define certain terms, to provide for a town ethics commission, and to provide that the members of the current ethics commission will continue to serve as the new ethics commission for a certain duration, providing for the duties, responsibilities, and operation of the commission, to provide regulations relating to conflicts of interest, financial disclosure by town elected officials, candidates for elective town office, and certain town employees, and lobbying disclosure, to provide for certain exemptions and modifications to certain provisions